Hey guys, Axton here, and we're just going to continue on with our playthrough of Dark Souls 2. This episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to unlock the mansion in Majula. The reason for this is there's a couple of items in there which are quite handy, especially at this stage of the game. Predominantly an Estus Flask shard. And I believe there's a couple of items in there as well that really do assist. There's, I think there's a Pharro's Lockstone in there too, which in my previous video we can go to that location and pick up the stamina ring. So some of you may not have gone through this area. A bit of a path less travelled unless you really know about it, but we're going to visit the Cartographer. That didn't end too well. He didn't die. So what we'll do is we'll just work our way back around. So I'll show you how to get back up if you do fall down. We'll just try and... Oh, someone came down the ladder. Man, those archers are being a real pain tonight. So, and that's how to get back to where we originally jumped off. But we can just continue up to the roof from here. Oh, an overhead smash. I've never seen him do that before. I must have really upset them tonight. Why am I using the foot soldier sword? No wonder I'm not doing as much damage as I thought I should do. Alright, these archers are being a real pain. Okay, so we just pop down here and move around into the cave to the left. Now, just be wary. As the boulder does like to kill someone else there. And we'll pick up a human effigy. They're always handy at this time of the game. The guy that got squished by the boulder left us a throwing knife. And here's the Cartographer, so we just chat to him and exhaust all of his talking options, and eventually he'll give you the key to the mansion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came into this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait, No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
Okay. So just before we leave this area and head back to Majula, grab an amber herb, and we'll just return back the way we came. Looks like quite a few people have fallen to the boulder. So just before going up here, I'll crack a life gem. Those archers are being rather sprightly. And we'll just head back towards the bonfire. Okay, so the mansion, of course, is the large building right in front of us here in Majula. So we'll just make our way over to the door. Okay, so just around behind this gigantic book, we have a Pharro's lockstone, so it wasn't in a chest, it was on a body. Who would be able to publish a book that large? It's rather crazy. So we'll just move through the mansion and just make sure that we pick everything up. So we'll head upstairs first off, as there is a chest up here. With a titanite shard and a torch. Oh, there's the three little pigs down in the yard. Seen many a new player fall to them through their bloodstains around the area. So now we're going to head down into the basement of the mansion. Just as a forewarning, there is a skeleton down here. Some people do have problems facing the skeletons. It's just down these stairs here to the left. Now, skeletons aren't really all that difficult. They do jump and run quite quickly. They do carry a scimitar, which is a curved blade. Curved blades, of course, in Dark Souls generally cause a status effect of bleed, as you can see was building up there in that little bar. Now, if that bar gets full with any form of status effect, it's when it starts actually affecting you. So, oh, he dropped a human effigy. Oh, we're definitely being lucky this evening, besides archers. So, once the status effect bar gets full, that's when it starts taking effect, and the bleed effect kicks in, slowly draining your health. And it's the same if it's dark magic or poison as well. is a soul vessel. Now, soul vessels are used to reset your stats if you wish. So if you've made a mistake, put a few points into a stat that you didn't want, then it easily resets absolutely everything and gives you the souls back so you can repurchase your levels again. You can reset these by going and visiting the hags back over in Things Betwixt. But this early stage in the game, I don't think it's worth it. You don't really need to worry too much about spending your points and your statistics and then having to go and pay to reset them. It's rather expensive at this stage of the game. So we'll just double check the equipment here. I don't want to use the foot soldier sword anymore, it's too frail. Short sword, and we don't quite have enough to slot the third bow, but also check out the shields we got. So the blue wooden shield tends to give us a bit more defense, just a bit less for defense against, I believe it's dark. Yeah, dark reduction, so percentage of dark damage reduced, so that's if someone's using dark magic and you're got your shield up to block it. We're going to lose 5 points on the build up if we're trying to block the spell. But overall, a lot of the enemies in these first few areas are more melee. There isn't really many spellcasters until a bit later on in the game, so we'll be okay with that. So just double check again. With the bow, so we need 12 in agility. And we currently have, oh sorry, not agility, dexterity. So we may have enough for 2 to dexterity. We've definitely got enough souls, it looks.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
So of course we'll just always give the Estus Flask over. So as I was discussing with one of my friends the other evening about how the statistics actually distribute depending on what stat you place your points into, as I scroll through here you can see how it actually changes. So if I put points into Vigor, it's actually going to apply points there to overall health as it normally does for each level. But it also affects Petrify resistance. You can see that as it's highlighted in the grey area. If I put it in Endurance, it's also going to affect not only HP, but it's going to distribute Stamina, Physical Defense, and also Poise. And Poise isn't really affected greatly to begin with. Vitality, of course, is your equipment load. So you get, of course, more HP. More physical defense there as well for vitality, and also increases your equipment load. Now, equipment load affects the overall weight of the equipment, whether you're wearing heavy armor, larger swords, heavier shields, more defense that way. And it's generally shown when you are in your statistics, your inventory in the bottom right hand side, and shows you the percentage of your current equipment load. I believe the caps are 50%. You can still 50% and below. You can still fast roll. 70% and 50% between there is the medium roll. And if you're above 70% in your equipped load, you'll do a slow roll. Generally, it's more to do with the recovery time of the roll. If you do a quick roll, you'll dash out of the way and then stand up quite quickly. The medium-sized one looks more like a roll, but you can tell that there's a bit of weight there, and of course standing up takes fractionally longer, over 70% when you're overburdened. It's as if you kind of fall to the ground because you are wearing something so heavy and you can't like run in it or stand in it correctly, and you kind of just slump to the ground after a roll and take your time getting up. So we'll just throw the points back into dexterity, so we've got 2. I think we will throw a couple in vitality. Actually want to keep a few souls here because we want to purchase some arrows. So the blacksmith's finally set up shop.
You, stand back. This is dangerous work. The name's Lenigrast, just a simple blacksmith. And you are, another useless traveler. A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Go on, show me what you've got. Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick.
So we'll actually just buy some arrows. Not going to go through and upgrade any items at this stage. We'll do that after we've visited the first boss.
I'll be around if you make it back.
So I'm just going to pop into the equipment and just select double arrows. So you can have 2 different types of arrows in your slots here, and the slot below of course is for crossbow bolts. So you can actually select wooden bolts, put them in there as well. Now I don't believe having them equipped like this actually affects your overall weight, but as you can see down in the bottom right there, I'm currently at 27.4 out of 49, so I'm at 56% equipment load. At the moment I don't think we've got anything heavier in the armour. No, not at this stage, so I can't really show you the 3 different levels of equipment load until maybe a little bit later on. We'll go into a bit of depth. So we're just going to make our way back over to the Cardinal Tower. And I'll show you guys what happens with using the Pharro's lockstones. Now, the Pharro's lockstones are all about place. There is more than one Pharro's lockstone place in all of the areas as well. They're a bit hidden. I think the Pharro's lockstones as well are a bit of a rarity. You can also purchase one from Melentia, the hag trader. I think that goes for about 1,000 souls. Now, I've actually gone the wrong way here because we have opened up a shortcut. So that's going to save us quite a bit of time. So if you haven't opened up the shortcut, then you need to make your way all the way through this particular area. Move him into a bit of a safer location to fight. Didn't wait for his third. This is what happens when you don't play this game for over a week. Alright, so of course all the guys have respawned back in here, so things are active again. And they've killed their friends yet again, so always helpful. We'll just dance around these guys. Alright. Just pop another Estus. So, no one else in here? No. And looks like our friend's still going to come and visit us through the door again. Alright, so we'll just walk up here and press A and use the lockstone. So, yep, you do actually have to attack. And this should get us the Chloranthy ring. And a Titanite slab. So the Chloranthy ring raises stamina recovery speed, as you can see by the green arrows up in the top left and now the green glowing effect around me. So if I dodge a couple of times, you'll see that I recover stamina at a faster rate than I used to. I'll just take it back off so you can see the difference in the effect. So it's not a lot, but a little bit makes all the difference in this game. We're going to move around here to the right and clear out the area. Now this guy is also another sleeper. And I believe there's a few friends just over there to the right. So of course, there's the cart where we went through the gates and went through that area for Pate. So of course you can't jump up here. That's how you get up here, is with this ladder. And we're going to do a bit of sniper work with the bow here and see if we can upset some of these guys and get them to fall down. So as I stated earlier in another video, the bow seems to be a lot easier to use in Dark Souls 2. It tends to go straight for the center of the reticule instead of from right to left like it did in the original Dark Souls. So it's quite a bit more accurate. And we've found a crossbow. Right, I believe there's one more guy in here. There he is. So that guy's got a shield and I believe a rapier. But what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to do a good old leap of faith over to that item. And if we fail, well, we're going to get hit pretty bad. Okay, we did. Oh, parried. This is going to hurt. Oh. I was lucky all I did was fall down. Usually when you get parried by the enemy, they really punish you. So now we've found Mailbreaker and Infantry Helm. Mailbreaker is very much like what the Hollow Soldier was actually using. So that cart, if you haven't destroyed it, is how to negate full damage. So if you're ever down in that area, just keep in mind not to break it if you're going to come up here and attempt to jump over to the item. As if you do fall down without the cart to roll onto, you're going to take some fall damage. I think I lined this up and I jumped a little bit too early last time, so there we go. Alright, so we'll just roll to break these empty boxes, get them out of the way, just so we can deal with the Turtle Knight here. Just get a bit of extra life back. Now the Turtle Knight's number one rule is don't go for a backstab. They will essentially dive backwards onto you. Now generally once they've done their first swing like this, you can just get close to them and do a bit of a bait. So one hit, roll back, one hit, roll back, one hit, roll back, and just rinse and repeat until they're down. They can change tactics a little bit later on. You'll find that they will do a right to left swing, but if you're ever in the way of this, it hurts quite a bit. Generally at this level, that would almost one-shot kill you. Okay, so we'll just pop up here. We don't have the key to the door down there yet. I don't think we can break through it. Another life gem, they're always handy. So let's see if it's locked. We'll see if we can actually break through it. No, we can't. So we'll be going through that door a little bit later on in the game, after we've defeated the first boss here, as that's where you go for the second boss, which is known as the Pursuer. Just come over here and grab the amber herbs. Oh, I thought there was a sleeper here. So for those of you that roll a mage or sorcerer, whichever you'd like to call them, those amber herbs will come in quite handy during your playthroughs. So you're welcome to take note on the locations of where they are. Now we've got a guy with a two-handed sword here, so we'll try and get rid of him first. Not falling for that. Gosh, now they'll do nothing but drop helms. Of course, another fog wall. Don't be alarmed, this isn't to the boss. This place looks familiar. So if we come around here to the left, I think I hear the lifts. So anyway, we'll just open up the gate, and of course just through here is the ladder up to the bonfire. So now we've actually got a shortcut that we can use to get to the first boss, which is the last giant. So in the next episode we'll probably take down the lost giant, and time permitting, of course, we'll take a look at the Majula boss as well. So thanks everyone, I'll catch you next time.